to set aside their partisan differences and get this financial crisis solved.
I am disappointed at the lack of resolve and bipartisan goodwill among members of both parties to fix this problem. Bipartisanship is a tough thing, never more so when you're trying to take necessary but publicly unpopular action. But inaction is not an option.
But hours after the House bill failed yesterday, he broke his own call for bipartisanship and blamed Barack Obama.
Senator Obama and his allies in Congress infused unnecessary partisanship into the process. Now is not the time to fix the blame. It's time to fix the problem.
Douglas Holtz-Eakin, the senior economic advisor with the McCain campaign. I know this is a really busy day for you, so thanks for joining us. But first of all, is Barack Obama trying to have it both ways? He, at one point yesterday, at 5:15 yesterday, talked about being bipartisan, and the very next sentence was a frontal attack on Barack Obama.
No, he's not trying to have both ways. I mean, we are sad that yesterday the House of Representatives was unable to pass a bill that the financial markets desperately need, in which ordinary businesses are starting to feel the weight of the absence of action. The events leading up to that failure, well, there was some good and bad in there. The bad part was a series of meetings that did have a partisan tone, but the good part were negotiations among all four parties, House, Senate, Republican, Democrat, that were done in evidently a productive and bipartisan fashion, and one would have hoped that carried through to the actual vote. It didn't. Senator McCain obviously would like to see that restarted and get some really necessary relief to the American economy.
Let me ask you about something that I just was citing to Aaron Burnett, that Senator McCain said to our colleague Kelly O'Donnell. He's talking about the Treasury having the ability to use $1 trillion with a T dollars to start without congressional authority to buy up these bad mortgages before they get some form of compromise bailout bill through. What is he talking about here? Did he misspeak? Was he misinformed?
No, this past summer, Congress passed and the President signed a housing relief bill. It had a variety of things in it. Among them, in addition to appointing a new regulator for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, that legislation contained the authority for purchases of mortgage-backed securities and other housing-related instruments. It simultaneously increased the debt limit of the United States by $1 trillion. So in effect, the government could borrow up to nearly $1 trillion more and use those funds to purchase these housing-related securities. So this looks like something that's on the books. Obviously, everyone thinks it would be better for Congress to take proactive action, provide the necessary tools for the Treasury to broadly deal with the problems in our financial markets. But in the interim, there's something that looks to be on the books that could be done, and the senator just thinks we ought to take every option that is available to us and start to act to protect the American family and the business community against the fallout from this awful credit crunch.
And when he also referenced today, and I think this was on Morning Joe, referenced his support for something that Barack Obama had already suggested today, which is raising the limit on FDIC insurance to $250,000 from $100,000. Where would that money come? Would that be part of some compromised, amended bailout bill, or is there already budget money for that?
That would probably have to be in the next step of whatever legislation hopefully will emerge in a timely fashion. But we are seeing broadly in financial markets individuals shifting their money from account to account out of nothing more than fear of the underlying solvency of institutions. Calming individuals, providing confidence in the stability of their deposits would be an important step at this moment.
All right, Douglas Holtz-Eakin, I know you've got a conference call coming up. We want to thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And on to the next. A campaign alert for you right now here on MSNBC.